Hi, Mark. Hi, Marie. Hi, Charlotte. Drive safely. Hi, Mike. Hello, Michael G. Friday, hi, Savannah. We're just letting everyone in, making sure there's no one left behind. AI Morning Club, log on and win the day. Hi, Clea. AI Morning Club, log on and win the day. Hi, Georgetta. Hello, Bill. Hi, Bara. Log on and win the day. AI Morning Club. AI Morning Club, your business experts. News, tips, trends, all free, no fluff. 30 minutes daily, that's more than enough. From therapy to guest AI pros, plug in, level up, and watch your biz grow. AI Morning Club, log on and win the day. Hi, Dario. Morning Club. Happy Friday. Good morning, Ignite. Chris has to pour into us today. So without further ado, Chris Gray, the spotlight.
To be here. Let me move this. Okay. Anyways, I love if you're not this gospel country for an AI written song, there was a lot of like life to that song. Anyways, let me get into this. And so I was going to present now. People are one of the most AI is being most used for therapeutic reasons, and there's dangers behind that. And it's also very helpful. I use it a lot. And show you a more practical one to show you how I've been using AI to help me identify companies like this. I don't just do it for sprinkler systems. I do it anytime I need anything around my home, any home service, plumbing, electrical. If I need to find a dermatologist or a doctor or whatever it is, I use this method to identify the best people around me. So I'll get into that. But before that, I want to talk. Share. All right. I assume you all can see my screen, correct?
We see it.
All right. And prior, you used to have to type in google.com/AI mode to access AI mode. Now, if you go to this, it will take you to AI mode. So they're making it one step easier or a click easier to get into AI mode. I believe that AI mode eventually be the default for Google. Or heck, you see it right here, big and bold, right? It's going to be the default. What's interesting that's happening in AI mode now is if I hit, and this is impacts the local businesses. If I put in plumber near me, I put plumber near me in, what Google will do now in AI mode in certain situations is they will ask me if I want Google's AI to make phone calls for me. So, and then like this is what I mean. Let me scroll down here. This is the keyword. It's a blog from Google. Where are we at? Using AI to get things done faster. So I'll just read the first like sentence of this. To help you get even more done, we're now bringing new agentic capability directly to search AI-powered calling to local businesses. I read that weird. A point being is what this means is Google's AI is now going to call local businesses. Or it's starting to roll that out. What would happen for you as a user? You would say, "Hey, I need a sprinkler company near me," and then you come at this time. I'm looking at this is my problem, blah, blah, blah. Google's AI takes that information, then they'll go call X amount of companies. I'm not sure how many they will call. Let's say they call 5. They call these 5 companies and they say, hey, this is working on behalf of, this is his questions. We mentioned AI will ask the questions, and then the person on the phone will answer it. AI will then hang up and they'll call the next business. It does this for, let's say, 5 businesses. It has all that information, and it takes that information and brings it back to the user. So now, answered, then they pick from there. We are entering a new world, if this makes any sense. Like, this whole concept is nuts to me, and it's super fun. But what I believe will happen here, and again, back to my tinfoil hat, they had something called Google. Let me show you something here. Plumber, if I put plumber near me, This right here is Google local service ads. This was kind of like a thing they were testing before it got bigger and it became they really rolled it out. I believe AI mode with this whole thing calling businesses. Yeah, this whole thing that they're doing with the client business for local services. That's just, I believe that they're going to start. They have a whole agentic AI browser out right now that's doing things for you. It's going to get to the point where AI is making purchases, or if I'm looking for a new shirt, a new reggae shirt or something like that, I will talk to AI, and AI will just go out and do all the shopping for me, and then come back and say, "Hey, here's this website that had the type of shirt that you're describing. Which one would you like?" And right now, it's calling for home service stuff. But again, I think that this will get bigger and start to roll out to where the agentic AI on Google's behalf is doing a lot of stuff for the user. So then what does that mean for us? Let me get into it. I'm already halfway through this. You are thinking you've designed that website to end conversations, but also now we have to think about AI. I need to optimize my landing page to talk to AI. I need to optimize my phone conversation so that I look good on the form and it goes back to the user. One thing we're doing at our company right now is instead of having a person answer the phone to talk to AI, we have an AI answering service. So now what we can do is game this conversation. We can start optimizing the conversation, start gaming the system, if that makes any sense. I'm talking fast, but I hope that makes sense. Let me get on to what I wanted to present here, though. So, at the top of this conversation, I talked about how I use AI to help me find like sprinkler services or find the best plumber or whatever it may be. I'm going to show you how I do that because I think this is probably one of the more usable things that this is, yeah, something that's accessible for everybody here. Okay, so go to new chat. I use various AI, all AI systems like at once. I think there's one called, what is their name? Give me a second here. I like to use them separately because I build in like different chatbots and different projects. But there's websites out there that kind of use all these AI models at once. Let me find one name. One of the biggest ones for for it later. I don't have time. The point being is there's some websites out there that have all like it's like oh yeah, like Poe. It's called Poe. So instead of looking at all three of these, you can go to something like Poe right here, and then you could access all AI models once. But you give them credits, you can do that. I like to use them separately. So what I would do is I'd go to ChatGPT or something like that, and I'm going to go to auto mode because I want to go fast here. But I'm going to say I want you to act like an expert at finding my toilet is leaking. Find me five. All right, so do the same thing for Gemini. A list. And then when Claude's done, it's going to give me a list. And obviously, um, ChatGPT's already given me a list. Of these lists, what did they have in common and what was different? So it's like I'm manually kind of aggregating the data. So let's see, we got these 5 companies right here. Let's go to the list of Biscuit. And all I have it just programmed where I say list 1, copy that, right? List 2, go to Google, Gemini, and copy this. What it should do now is tell me of these 3 lists, I'm looking for, well, what company was recommended in all 3 lists of any company, or what company was at least on 2 of the 3 lists, or was it all over the place? But long story short, once I do this, like for example, we had Windows installed a while back. I didn't know. And I was like, "Oh, my wife told me you need Windows." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, right, we'll do it." And she told me the price. I was like, so I did something like this to identify the company that kept randomly calling companies on Google and looking at a review and thinking, "Oh, this is good." I want to call all the search engines or have the search engines do the work for me, then add all three AI programs due to their reviews across the web, website prominence, plumbing, lists 1 and 3, League Geeks plumbing. So it looks like nobody came up on all 3 lists, but House Plumbing and League Geeks came up on 2 of the 3. I live here. I use AI models is when they're looking for, like, instead of just looking at Google for reviews, it looks at Better Business Bureau. It looks at Reddit if that's applicable. It looks at their social media presence. It's looking at way more than I'm calling or whatever. Sometimes I just do that. For bigger purchases, for things that might cost money like windows or a new sprinkler system or something like that, I'm gonna do a little more research. I don't have the time to do all that research. I use AI. Okay, who's I kind of sift 2 or 3, then that's who I pick. I hope that makes sense so far. I don't only do this for things that I need around the house. I do this for things food I need to eat, things I need to do. What do I do? And so instead of just looking this information up myself, I would go to Chat GPT, let it know, hey, I want you to have like an aspirin arthritis. I want you to give me the best. Use deep research. I would have it use deep research for anti-inflammation. Do that same thing for Claude. Do that same thing for Gemini. Get those 3 things of deep research, those 3 documents, attach them to listed biscuit, and do the exact same thing. It's pretty easy. Go back.